It is important that these so-called Democrats understand this. When thousands of Nigerians die in hospital beds due to lack of electricity or lack of medication, it is a crime. They are responsible for these sanctions. They are responsible for these deaths. The same thing happens in Mali. With Burkina, we have indirect sanctions, because people have to understand. When they take their orders from the other side, they come and do everything to apply it. It is shameful.
Before we proceed further, it is essential to provide context for what we are about to discuss. This speech comes from Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the 35-year-old president of Burkina Faso, delivered just weeks after sanctions were imposed on his country, as well as on neighboring nations, Mali and Niger. These sanctions reveal a broader strategy of economic and political manipulation orchestrated by external powers, often with the complicity of regional bodies like ECOWAS. ECOWAS, acting in unison with Western interests, imposed severe sanctions on Niger following the military's assumption of power. These sanctions included freezing national assets, suspending financial aid to an already impoverished nation, halting all financial transactions, closing borders and banning commercial flights to and from the country. In a blatant display of coercion, ECOWAS issued an ultimatum to Niger's new leadership: reinstate the ousted, pro-France President Mohamed Bazoum within 7 days, or face the threat of military intervention. That deadline has since passed. This is not an isolated incident. Niger joins a growing list of African nations targeted by ECOWAS on behalf of foreign powers. Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea face similar sanctions after their military governments began breaking away from neo-colonial ties, particularly with France. These punitive measures reflect a troubling pattern of sanctions being weaponized to suppress sovereign decisions and maintain control over African nations. To better understand how sanctions are being used as a tool for manipulation against African countries resisting foreign domination, I will now share a powerful speech by Professor P.L.O. Lumumba. His insights provide a compelling perspective on the systemic exploitation of Africa by Western powers and their regional proxies. This speech will illuminate the broader context of resistance and the fight for